Sanbonani guys, welcome back to yet another video where we are doing a review of Umnawethu Season 4, The Reunion, and this is part 3. Guys, when I watched part 3 of the reunion, I feel like every woman in South Africa needed to watch this part of the reunion because I feel like it's a reflection of how men continuously put themselves first, you guys, and how when you continuously put yourself in a situation where you can see this man is putting himself first, you will end up turning out to be a person that looks like Ausilela Ekhanda, because uMaNgwane was out here looking like she's not fine upstairs. I saw the other ladies, Abo Mamncane, the group Abo Mamncane that was sitting there busy laughing. She was a laughing stock, you guys, and like she's not fine upstairs. And for me, it was just a reflection, guys, that sometimes we find ourselves in situations where we do certain things not because that is who we are, and not because those are like the type of things we usually do or we like doing, but because of the situation. You end up doing things that you feel like, yeah, that you didn't end up thinking you're gonna do. So anyway, guys, I want to talk about the first couple that we got to see on this part 3 of the reunion, which is uVukani Mhlongo. You'd remember that uVukani Mhlongo, he is a traditional healer, he's a sangoma, and he has a wife, uMaNgwane. And njengoba he's a traditional healer, you guys, he had an assistant, and this so-called assistant that was working with him in his home was uAnele, which is the same woman who is supposedly uMamncane. So just think of it in this way, you guys. You as the wife, your husband fine, wenza umsebenzi wabantu abadala. There's nothing you can say about that. He's doing it in you guys' yard, right? He has an assistant, and that assistant is coming in your household each and every day, or how many, I don't know how many times, and you are trusting that he's doing the right thing. Kanti all along, he is busy with this woman. I don't know. And that type, like the thing that annoys me the most about this, guys, is that both of these women, both uMamkhulu noMamncane, these are kids. They are kids, and uVukani is just toying with kids' emotions. Like, I don't care even if our government says Utimona 18, you are considered as an adult, guys. The honest truth is that as long as, let me just say, as long as you're below the ages of 25 years old, if you are over the ages of 25 years old, and you remember the time you were younger than 25 years old, you realize you were a child, and there's a lot of things you did out of influence because you didn't know better. So both uMamkhulu and uAnele, they are kids, you guys. They are kids. They are still figuring out their lives, and that's why I can't even judge uMaNgwane for the way she was acting, because it really looks like she is still figuring out who she is empilweni. The fact that umuntu ganile, guys, and umuntu nengane doesn't mean ukuthi uyazazi. What doesn't mean that the person has come to a place where they are still comfortable in themselves. There are still people who are 30 years old, you guys, who are still trying to figure out themselves in life. So when you're still trying to figure out yourself in life, and then you with a man who's putting you in a situation like this, you are bound to act in ways that are going to make you looking at you like you're not fine. So you guys, anyway, uMamkhulu, she has not accepted uMamncane, uAnele, but uMamkhulu, yeah, she came onto this reunion and she spoke her heart out about the situation, that the situation has been very bad. Like financially, the guy, uVukani, has not even been able to support her or the kids. And things have been so bad that she actually had to go back home. That's how bad things were. But uVukani does say that eventually he did speak to uMamkhulu and she did eventually come back home. But uMamkhulu does say that her family doesn't agree with what she did, and they don't even know that she's there by the show. So kusho ukuthi maybe her family had advised her ukuthi angabuyeli, or I don't know what, but she went back. But another thing I've noticed about these men abafuna isithembu, there's very few of them, you guys, that have finished paying amalobolo for these women. And I feel like if these men were held accountable to finish maybe amalobolo for these women, maybe we'd be speaking a different story. But that's the annoying part. Uthola ukuthi umuntu aqedanga, but already you jump into and pay for already not even pay. Because if you listen to majority of them, they have not even paid amalobolo for abo mamncane because they don't have the money. So kahle kahle, what is the rush? Kahle kahle, what is the rush? So anyway, umamkhulu anyway says her family doesn't even know that she's there, and that the so-called husband of hers, uvugani, you guys, mombhega. Ungacabanga ukuthi like he is humble, he's quiet, but this man, there's no maturity, there's nothing that's making sense in his head. And quite frankly, for me, it's so difficult that like wenza umsebenzi wabantu abadala, yet when it comes to his affairs, like he's got no, like for me, I'm just like, I can't even understand about how they fell for this guy, or maybe he's good monwimi amanga ake or something like that. But like I was just like so mad at this guy when umamkhulu even slapped him. Part of me felt like ingathi ungamvuthuza nenye impama, but I was just like, GBV is not fine, you guys. But I was just like, I was boiling on behalf of her. And the thing that made me boil was uthi umamncane sitting there nenkulumo yakhe, busy acting as if she's mature, engazi next. She's a kid. She should just keep quiet, because the way she's even speaking at she's mature and she knows her stuff and whatnot. I'm like, hey, when but indlela ibuzwa, hey, but you ask indlela from the ones that are in front. But this girl, but that's typical from Abo Mamncane. The way she's speaking, ingati she's in charge. And I'm like, you're feeling like you're in charge, and you're feeling like unamandla manje because you are the second one coming in. The moment you enter Lesis Tembu officially, it's not going to be a nice thing, because this guy, I don't know wuti bamfunan, because I don't know. I don't know. So anyway, then umamkhulu akhuluma indaba yokuthi hayi bo phela uGuy uyabhukubhuka amahotele for umamncane and him and all of that. And then uvugani, like he figures the whole thing with his yena, he's never booked hotels. How can he book a hotel when his kids are not fine financially? And then they decide to welcome uAnele in to find out the truth. And then Ulinda, the host, asked uAnele ukuthi, do you guys book? And then uAnele confirms, yes, siyawabuka amahotele, we go to hotels. And then I'm just like, this guy was lying through his teeth. And that time he's lying with a straight face. I'm just like, no, this guy, no, guys. And the thing that scares me is that this guy seems like he targets young girls. Young girls, abanobizo, young girls who have gifts. It seems like it's his thing. Because both umamkhulu no mamncane, they are young. They are very young. So anyway, umamncane ke uAnele confirms ukuthi vele they do book hotels. And then she says ukuthi in the hotel bakhuluma ngendaba zamadlozi, they speak about couple things. This couple, you guys, uVugani and uAnele, are adamant that they have never had sexual intercourse before. I don't know whether I want to believe it or not, but something's like part of me wants to believe it, because I'm like, the way uAnele is speaking with so much authority, what gives her so much assurance and authority to speak the way she's speaking? Besides the fact which she thinks she's mature, and maybe bamtshela ukuthi vele when you mature, what, you the chosen one and all of that. But like, there's just something about this girl, the confidence that she has, that I don't know where it's coming from. So it could be that maybe she has not had sexual intercourse with him, and that's why she has so much confidence, because uVugani is still like pursuing her like nobody's business because ufuna ifqe angazi, or either they're just lying to us because I'm just like, why are you guys booking amahotele? Why wouldn't you guys go to a restaurant to, because angithi nikhuluma ngedlozi. Why wouldn't you guys go to a restaurant? I don't know. I don't know. You guys tell me. Do you believe which these people have not been intimate, or do you believe that this is a lie that they agreed together which they're not going to tell anyone about it to protect both the girl uAnele and to protect him uVukani, his reputation? I don't know, but like part of me wants to believe it, part of me doesn't want to believe it, but I'm just like going to a hotel to speak about such things. This guy, that's what guys like, yo, like even speaking about this, like it irritates me. Ingane zakho are not taken care of financially, and you have time, you have money to be taking money that you don't have, by the way, taking that and going and booking hotels. Nah, this man doesn't respect his wife and he doesn't respect his children. And yeah, quite frankly, I wish to Anele can not Anele umamkulu mangwane. I wish she can just exit this whole thing and really focus on healing, focus on herself, because it looks like there's a lot of things she's going through. There's a lot of things she's going through, and this thing, it's just this whole thing, this whole setup is just making her as a person like, yeah, it's just making her more not okay. So yeah, anyway, and then umamkhulu speaks in indaba yokuthi, so before when Anele came in, Ulinda, the host, does ask umamncane uAnele, when last did you see uVukani? And she says the last time she saw uVukani was the last time he held umcimbi. So umamkhulu basically says that day when they had umcimbi wakhona, she basically is asking Ulinda ukuthi wena, would you feel comfortable as a wife? Would you feel comfortable as a wife to be sleeping on the same bed with umamncane and and umyeni wakho, like basically the three of you guys sleeping on the same bed? But while she was still explaining that, she got emotional and she started crying and she walked out. So then Ulinda, the host, was left with uVukani and uAnele, whom should I say whom, or the both of them then basically clarified the situation. So how they explained the situation, ukuthi vele bekunomcimbi and umcimbi uphele late, guys, it finished late, and uVukani had arranged ukuthi uAnele was going to sleep at one of the other rooms but still in the same yard. For me, that was even a sign of disrespect. Number one, uAnele is not an official mamncane as yet. She's not an official mamncane as yet. So why would you allow her to sleep in the same yard as your wife? Like, why? I don't care how late it was. You should have arranged transport. You should have got what? I don't care. uAnele does say, which she planned on requesting, but I guess uVukani was the one who was like, no, late. I've arranged a room for you kanjani egcekeni, like while your wife is there. That is just pure disrespect. Awumkhiphelanga amalobolo, so why would you want her to sleep in the same yard as her? So uAnele uyachaza ukuthi no, umamkhulu was the one who said, no, don't sleep in that room. Come and sleep ngalana. Come and sleep in the room where we're gonna all sleep together. And then they do confirm ukuthi ubhutiza-ke uMhlongo, uVukani Mhlongo, slept on the floor. He did not sleep on the bed. So umamkhulu and uAnele slept on the same bed. That is it. So I don't know what is umamkhulu's reasoning for actually, calling uAnele to sleep in the same bed as her. But in all honesty, I do believe what uAnele is saying, because so far uAnele has not spoken any lies. She's been truthful. Besides the issue of them being intimate, I don't really know if she's been truthful about that, but that's how they explain the story. So I don't know to umamkhulu what motivated her. Uthi maybe if she was in a good mood or what. Angazi what motivated her to let them sleep, to let Anele and her sleep in the same bed. That was just quite wild for me. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, you guys, hey, it was a messy situation because when Lokuzana, Umangwane came back after from crying, she was hitting Umshongo, she slapped him. After slapping him, she wanted to hit Anele. Like it was a whole, yeah, it was messy. Anele was busy like, Hosa, mina, yay, I will not allow another woman to try and hit me. Like it was a messy type of situation. And yeah, bakade ngokuthi umhlongo, not umhlongo, the host basically said that Umamkulu really needs help, psychological help. And I really do hope, you guys, for her own mental health, I really hope she takes the time to move back home and really work on herself for the sake of herself and her kids. She's young, she is beautiful. Her life is not gonna end by this situation, and I really hope she realizes that. Another thing I have to say, guys, whoever did the makeup, hey, did you see laphayana umangwane ekhala laphayana i-makeup igcwele ebusweni, it's black, i-black eyeliner igcwele ebusweni because she was crying. I'm like, bandla, the people who were doing the makeup, they knew which this show is a sensitive show, so there's bound to be tears. So why did they not put waterproof makeup on these ladies' high band? So anyway, that's how that situation ended, and I really hope, you guys, uthi she gets the help. Anele ke akaziqhubekele novukani wakhe because Anele, she seems to have her ducks in a row. She seems to know her story. Guy seems to say Umamkulu is jealous and don't do it and whatnot. I'm just like, guy, like, boy, bye, because I can buy out. And then anyway, the second couple that they got to speak about 3 couples, guys, but are limited to 2 couples because the third couple, they didn't get to speak to them. Pelele, I guess they will finish it off next week. So we will end it off by the second couple, which is Ubabungiti, Udulas 2.2, Udulas number 2, Udulas Light. So you'd remember Ugutu Ungiti has 2 wives already, and he wanted to welcome a third wife into the situation. Now, this situation, I don't have much to say about it, you guys, except that I don't understand Ugutu. Wife number 2, she's the one that has the biggest mouth. Wife number 2, she's the one who's basically like, even when Msilebu came, she was the one who was basically like, hey, we're not accepting wife number 3. Hey, what? I'm like, this is the situation. This is the issue I have with women that come into a situation where there was no polygamy. This is the problem that I have with Abu wife number 2. You fine, you comfortable when you are the one that is entering a situation where you are number 2. But the moment number 3 comes in, you are defensive and you are louder than Umamkulu herself. So I don't get ukuthi wife number 2, why is she making so much noise yokuthi hey bajule isikhathi singa like 2 years wonke abakhulumanga. And I'm like, bokumele bajule isikhathi singakanani before uDulas point 2 introduced her, because if they jolled isikhathi sa 6 months, you guys were gonna still say uthi 6 months is not enough. So I'm just like, she just needs to chill, because Ungiti seems adamant. He said ngesilungu ke ukuthi compulsory ukuthi athathe wife number 3, because he believes ukuthi wife number 3 is gonna go and stay emakhaya no antwakhe and take care of the home, since wife number 1 and wife number 2 is not willing to do that. But wife number 1 and wife number 2 is adamant that they don't want to accept wife number 3. Wife number 1, honestly, I feel like she's being influenced by wife number 2. Wife number 2, she's the loudest. You can see she's the one who has the strongest personality. And I'm like, she must just rest, because Ungiti is adamant that he's going to take wife number 3. And umamncane again, I guess she's adamant ukuthi agayi indawo. She's going to stay with her man whether bayamamkela or not. And that is that. So yeah, guys, that is the, at least with them, it is kind of respectful. It is not as bad as the first situation, But yeah, Ungiti, I mean, he's a playful guy. He was making jokes there and there, but I do see it happening. I do see them eventually accepting wife number three. If they don't, I mean, I don't see her going anywhere because I don't see Ungiti leaving the girl, and the girl has also confirmed Uti Alaindao. And that is the recap, guys, of the reunion of Umna to season 4, and that was part 3. Tell me, what do you think about this? You know, guys, in Dabaye's Tembu, like, it angers me because even the way Benzi's Tembu guy or these guys, they are really bringing a disgrace to Indabaye's Tembu. Before, guys, Indabaye's Tembu, Beinestima, it was respectful. It used to be a beautiful thing. It actually used to be a beautiful thing. But nowadays, these days, I'm just like, the way it's like men are using it as an excuse. They're not willing to adhere to the side that they need to do. Yeah, they're not willing to do their parts, except they just want women to come and perform wifely duties, but they're not willing to do right by these women or right by Abu Mamkul. So yeah, it just makes the whole thing is Tembu, like, yeah, it makes it as if it's oppressive for the woman, and I really don't like the way they're going about doing it. So tell me, guys, if you did get to watch the reunion, what was your thoughts about it? If you didn't and you're listening to this commentary, what is your thoughts about this reunion? Please do make sure you like the video. Please do subscribe. It is absolutely for free of charge, and I'll see you on the next one.